When your arms drop below 15, then you small arms.
Hey, though, I feel good about myself there because I ain't been below. I think I'm at 17 and a half.
17 and a quarter.
But I know some of that's fat. I'm counting it anyway. That's right. I'm counting
You
it.
count whatever
Hey,
you count
hey,
whatever you count whatever's there.
it is okay. If you flex the arm and the circumference of that arm is in 17 and a half, that's what your
Hey,
arm size is?
I probably got a good 10 to 15% more body fat than you. I'm gonna count the size anyway.
Mine like 45.
See, look at those, see?
That was not the thing I would have claimed, but okay.
I think
Go
he
off.
might got I think Reed might got 20-inch bicep, about 20-inch
He
bicep.
do them 22-inch pythons.
He might have some 20s.
Yep. I need to hit me a gym. I'm supposed to be going my 3 months, and I quit.
3 months
90 days, man.
the free trial.
Go ahead and come 90 days with me, bro. I'll get you set.
Get
Oh,
myself a six pack for Christmas.
by the way, guys, I got some. Well, never mind. This had to be something off ball. Never mind.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Everyday Black Man Podcast, a podcast of authentic black male thoughts. I'm Riker. I'm joined by R. Reed, Armstead, and DJ All Might. We have a special guest today, Maleka, and we're gonna come live and correct.
Oh, there's a baby around. Oh, goddamn.
I thought we just called her Dez last podcast.
I mean, that was her previous name, and her new name is Maleka.
The podcaster formerly known as Des.
The podcaster formerly known as Des, kind of like the libertarian formerly known as Black. But of course, today's podcast, I did not give anyone access to what we're going to be talking about because I wanted to have another podcast where it's completely off the cuff and there's no BS.
No,
So-
was a lie. Oh, I'm sorry.
Random stuff.
Whoa!
Oh, my bad. I thought we were
Speaking
going
of
off.
9/11 just passed. It did, guys, and we will not forget. We will not
I
forget.
mean, how can we?
Well,
Every year.
Wait. But we forgot slavery.
Who was we?
Exactly.
What you mean, we white man?
Oh, my bad. Oh, my pride.
we did not forget.
I know. Yeah, 9/11 happened, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to send everybody this picture. And I want you to ask yourself, how the fuck did this happen? It's that's how much we give a fuck about 9/11. So,
No, we care if someone you know was injured or if you yourself.
No. I care.
All about the innocent people. That's one thing. That's different. I care about that. It's the other shit that I don't care about.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the marketing?
The accident happened at Kiku's on the south side. And I'm just like, I'm slick impressed by looking at it, but I still want to know how this happened. There was a little thing going around here. Kiku's on the south side. What would that be at? Oh man.
Well, according to American history, everything that's on the south side is the rough neighborhood.
Exactly.
So, let's start there.
Actually, it's not bad over there. I forgot the name of that neighborhood right by the airport. By that Target. What's the name of that neighborhood?
I mean, I'm not one of y'all. I'm not an AT alien. So y'all
Come on.
You mean Camp Creek?
Camp Creek.
What area was this in?
Camp Creek. This happened in Camp Creek.
Yeah,
Damn, that's that spot where I landed. Fuck.
So you're saying you're admitting to being the driver?
No.
We have Everyday Black Man Podcast world premiere.
God damn.
Admitting to being the driver.
No,
who drove that Camaro Corvette.
I was doing my normal thing, saving the world, man, and I ended up landing right here one day, and one of the cars flipped over on top of another car, and I got distracted.
No, he didn't just audition to be Black Panther. That nigga gave them a fucking demo tape.
Bro, somebody literally had to pick up this car and throw it on top. It don't even look like
I didn't mean to do it.
It looked like the Hulk literally got mad, like real shit.
But I can actually look at it and I can make an assumption of what happened.
Oh, so you can watch in NSCI and just think you just know everything.
Look, man, he's fully getting to the role.
I really feel like I can probably say what happened. So what I can suggest here is looking at this right now. I feel like what he did was they were driving faster than what they were supposed to, and they hit the curve. And when they hit the curve, it bounced the car off the curve high enough to the point where that tire can get up onto that fucking silver car and get it up there.
See, I want to dispute that claim, and what I think happened was Lil Boosie was driving, and Lil Nas X posted the picture, and this is what happened.
You are absolutely terrible, but we will allow it because it's good comedy. But that could be it. I mean, Lil Nas X was just laying out there like, "Hey, land on me," and Boosie was
Exactly.
like, "I will make this car go up on another car before I
It's the
will
only
have you
thing.
touch
It's
my
the
rap."
only thing that I can actually, science. Well, only thing that can prove that, but it makes sense to me. I don't know about y'all.
I mean,
Either
Bro,
that
how the
science.
or
fuck did that happen?
then
Like,
Armstead was out here trying to prove that he can be a good replacement for Black Panther, and he's one of those people that got to show his work. So
you know what, bro? You might
Nah,
could be a
man.
good replacement for Black Panther.
Yeah, you
No
might
offense.
could
I
be.
feel like he is, but he needs to work on his African accent. We need to go ahead and see
Exactly.
how you handle that.
We'll sell you lessons
I can do that. I can
for
train.
future
I, of
monies to be earned.
I mean, and if you can't, if they don't give you
course.
the opportunity to be Black Panther, I feel like you will make a good Black Puma. Like
Puma.
we can find you a
That was
role.
a terrible joke. Terrible
Of
joke.
Black Leopard.
We
Black
gonna
Leopard.
do an episode of What if
What
Black
if
Puma.
Black Puma?
Black Jaguar.
Black
They're gonna be
Jaguar.
like, bro, all Jaguars are black. Yeah,
Surprise,
but
motherfucker.
I'm the black Jaguar.
All Jaguars are black.
Show me one that ain't.
You talking about? Oh well, technically a
Not a
panther
Jaguar.
is a black
I'm about to
jaguar.
show you too.
Technically,
Look, man, if it's Jaguar, it's black.
Bro, I don't
hey,
know about
and
that.
if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. All right, but you don't matter.
There are
Look,
albino
albinos are
jaguars.
a abomination that we always kill. So no, that's not the same thing.
Wait. Are we talking about albino animals or the people?
Both.
Okay, cool. Are the animals cockeyed too?
Yes.
Okay, I always wondered that.
One
Like,
thing at a time.
am I going to hell for that last comment?
I mean,
Nah,
not
nah, nah. No one
probably
cares
not.
about albino.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Oh,
gingers.
okay,
They
cool.
don't have souls.
Are you going to hell for that comment?
No, I preach nothing but the gospel. All right, I am all saved over here, sir. We don't do that around here.
Say it up.
Exactly what Reed said. But besides Armstead auditioning, I wanted to talk about the war on poor people. We talked a lot about the housing market and how crazy it is that shacks are going for $250,000 and piece of land for 500,000. A one bedroom in New York is just $3 million. But outside of that, we have these families in Atlanta who are spending $1,200 on housing fees to try to get a rental loan and still not getting a single place to live. In fact, the stuff that they're doing is stuff like $60 application fees and $150 admin fees, which are far too common. Only Georgia, Florida, Hawaii, Idaho, and Illinois are states which allow you to have these uncapped fees. Meanwhile, I mean, as much of an abomination California can be, it requires first an itemized receipt and caps any and all funds for looking for an apartment to be $50. How do we solve this crisis, which is primarily affecting our people?
Black
Where
people
niggas
need
is
to
supposed to
own.
live at, bro? Like Las
Mm-hmm.
Vegas market.
Yeah, the market is
The thing.
ridiculous.
All right, so I'll give a serious answer followed by maybe some satire later. But I don't know if y'all seen the article about what is it, Manhattan Beach in California that they're giving back to the black family that it was stolen from years ago.
They really gonna do it?
It's, I mean, from what the article stands for, but I mean,
Ain't
who
it like
knows?
Huntington Beach?
Yeah, basically.
But yeah,
I
Huntington
think
Beach.
it's Huntington
It's
or
Huntington Beach.
Orange. It ain't Orange Beach.
I guess back in the day it was called Manhattan Beach, but it's Huntington Beach, which is I used to live there. That's where my family moved to when we was in California for a couple years. But it's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a nice little spot, especially if you ain't been if you've been to the hood and you got to swap out. But
Ah.
the thing is, I want to say the whole misconception of they saying blacks don't keep their property, they sell it. Like you'll get some property and sell it off for the money, when that ain't the case for, I don't know the percentage, but that's not the case all the fucking time. You got those people that fucking they were black, or blacks living in a certain time period that own some land that some fucking white person wanted and they weren't gonna give it up and they found a way to get it from them. So that happened at some point. So Obviously, just like everything else in American history, we have blacks that owned things that white people wanted, and white people found a way to get it.
Theft,
I actually don't have no comedy to fucking
theft.
turn it around. That's just theft, pretty much what they did to the Native Americans, and then at least they gave them a
Smallpox blankets too.
reservation. No, we weren't respected enough to get smallpox blankets, just raping,
Oh,
pillaging, and all that, the typical shit.
yep,
Just
just
Yeah,
rent.
you
We
know.
have like at least two people who've been in the housing market as of the last 2 3 years. Uh, do you think anything would have helped you guys being in that housing market?
I don't think you can help anyone
Um,
with that current housing market because it's just absolutely out of control. I mean, my main problem is like there's people who are unhoused right now who work a job, have kids and all that stuff, and can't get a place of their own. That is ridiculous, and that shouldn't be the case. And the fact that places are so comfortable with charging you $60 for this, $150 for that, and just basically stealing your money because all this stuff is not refundable. There needs to be a national law that says, look, if you're going to take people's money for
yeah.
application fees, some portion of that needs to be refundable.
The shit, the place where I'm at now, where I live now, even though I could afford it, we ran into the complication of they wouldn't even let you view the house unless you submitted an application with an application fee, which is $40 for each applicant. So me and my lady had to do it and give them 40 fucking dollars to come see this house, even though we were well qualified for this
Wait,
fucking house.
how the F did they get away with charging you $40 per applicant?
Oh, they did it through Zillow. They did it through Zillow. And that's the other thing that pissed me off because it was like, we called and asked. It was like, yo, why are you charging $40 for us to see it? Like, I have a credit score that is better than most white people. So what the fuck is going on? And she was like, well, because some people are looking and they don't really have any interest in getting a house and just to save us time. And that's the excuse. I'm not going to reveal the
Give us
ethnicity of my
time.
landlords. Yeah.
This is
But
two
I thought
different
that was
Zillows.
bullshit.
Because
And it didn't go.
go
No,
ahead.
they can do that. They can actually go on Zillow and set it to where you have to do I mean, you can see the pictures of the place, but to come see the place, like come view it, you have to do the application, which is
No,
was
I'm
a
not
price, whatever
disagreeing
it's
with you
at.
there. What I'm saying is it's two different, a tale of two different Zillows. Because recently, Zillow's not going to care. Myself, my wife, and my mother all went and viewed a place that was outrageous in price. Not saying that we couldn't afford it because we could, but it was outrageous in price, and they bent over backwards to try to make it happen. Because originally the person who had the house was like, oh well, we need to do this. It was basically an older guy and his wife, maybe his kids, somebody else lived there, and they were just trying to accommodate around his schedule for whatever he got going on in his life. But they literally told me they couldn't do a week, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we can make it happen. We can squeeze it in here." Da, da, da. Like they were bending over backwards to be able to take my little earnest money. But for you, they like $40, and you need your blood.
What was the ethnicity of your the sellers?
Oh, lily white. All of these people were lily white. This is in super white, super country places where people's dogs walk the country road and they smile at you and they tip their hat and you're like, why does a dog have a hat?
This this is my first time interacting with the property management being of the Asian descent, but I have
Uh,
family members.
boy, here we go.
Yeah, I have family members that have, and I've heard the different things that they've dealt with theirs. And I've actually been with a relative that actually went to do a viewing of a house, and the property owner was Asian. And there are several different types. And you got the ones that I'll fix it myself instead of hire a professional. Don't like that. You have
Nope.
this is the way it looks. I'm not going to adjust the price. This is how it is. And
Nope.
then you have the ones that I have that they will they will let tenants do whatever they can to the house. They adjust the rent accordingly, but they hire a contractor to fix everything. Like ours is medium. Out of a 10, I give ours as a 6, maybe 7. Out of for landlords, and that first interaction was one of the things that pissed us off. The second one was they based the deposit off of your credit score, and they were like, if you have a 700 and above, then you only got to pay like a month rent for credit score, and then if you have less like 600, then you got to pay 2 months. Like they worked it in a certain manner to where they would get whatever money they can out of you based off of your level of intellect. Because I'm assuming they figured your credit score is based off of your intellect. But of course, I asked 1,001 questions, worked the system to how I could, but based off of the lack of selection. I mean, the house is beautiful, but lack of selection, we end up choosing this house. But it was a very big headache when it came down to getting this shit done.
Yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous, especially since they still allow those people with those lower credit scores to apply so they can steal their money for free.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, what's funny is they did that where like the wifey's credit score was like 10 points from 700, and within a month it updated and went over 700. They literally tried to charge for a security deposit a month and a half rent. And it was like, oh, because hers was this. We're like, I literally was like, but mine's is this, and this is what my salary is. So why the fuck does that even matter? She's only a co-applicant because you're requiring anybody over the age of 18 to be on the lease. So if one person in the household was making X amount of money that is well surpassing what your requirement is, why the fuck are you trying to squeeze every fucking drip out of this lemon?
Okay. I think we need to stop and highlight that. People, they are literally requiring anyone over the age of 18, regardless of relation to you, to have to be on the applicant as a co-applicant. So anyone who's trying to save a little money, going to school from home, trying to figure things out, you would all have to be co-applicants, and they will use that against you.
Yep. Exactly.
So when y'all see them little chicken wing Chinese food places, y'all know what y'all need to stop doing. Y'all know what y'all need to stop doing.
But I mean, the funny thing is, I could have easily manipulated that and done it the real unethical way. But I was, I'm out here. I got a baby on the way. I'm trying to keep energy good in the world and the universe. So I follow the rules.
Your past deeds shall
Not
not
Drake.
outweigh your future endeavors in this world, sir.
I purposely, this has probably been the most righteous year of my life because I have a child on the way. Because if I didn't, I probably would have, did a few things against the what is it, the confines of the law that business just how the whites and Jews do it,
Hey, bro, you gonna get us canceled?
I mean, he ain't trying to get us canceled. He's just trying to keep it real.
I mean, I didn't say anything that was anti-Semitic. I mean, I'm just saying that's true. They know how to fucking bend the rules. I ain't say just the Jews. I said whites and Jews. Just because most Jews are white.
So, my next question for y'all is: what y'all think about this mandate? That how y'all think that's going to divide America? I guess the mandated vaccine coming from the top of that circle.
What? All right. What part of it? What was the mandate though? Because I only caught some of it.
Transformer.
More than meets the eye.
Yeah. All right. There you go. You're back.
Robot Riker, ladies and gentlemen.
But what is the mandate? Like I only caught part of it, and all I heard was Joe looking at the screen, squinting, saying, "What are you waiting for?" And then I started saying,
yeah. Mm. So
"What are you? What more do you want? We got FDA approval.
I
We
know
have
members of Congress and their staff are exempt from Biden's vaccine mandate. So pretty much they're getting the whole government, for the most part, to be mandated to get a vaccine, or you got to get a COVID test every week to work.
I don't see. I mean, I don't see why I have to get it. I ain't got no fear of getting it.
I got that now anyway, so that's cool.
I feel like y'all said, there's an immunity in me off the bat for the fact that I've been around it directly in my household and it popped up negative each time. Granted, I ain't going out there sniffing everybody's fucking sneezes and coughs, but I feel like at least I'm healthy enough to where I can fight off a standard fucking virus that is out there, just like several other viruses that are out there trying to fucking kill us.
I think I'm with you to some degree. I just don't feel like the government is. I think they should just stay out of it. If they do it, they do it. And I think these white people are gonna be mad. And they was like on TikTok, they were like, "We're gonna fight a war." I'm just like, "Y'all gonna fight a war?" Because I ain't getting involved in that shit. And I'm actually on the team no mandate. To be honest with you, because I think we should stop caring about if people die from it because we have a vaccine now. And if they don't want to get it, that's on them. And life goes on.
I feel like if you have a respectable insurance, you're gonna be taken care of regardless, and if you don't, then you're gonna be thrown to the wolves like the rest of us
The
black people.
government shouldn't be allowed to give a fuck about parts of our healthcare. Either they give a fuck about our whole healthcare, or like that's the part I'm fighting on. Like, I ain't with y'all mandate nonsense because I'm the only one on this podcast who's vaccinated. Well, no,
No,
Maleka.
I thought Riker was vaccinated.
Oh yeah, Riker's vaccinated. Yeah, but I don't care if y'all are or not. That's not gonna stop me from hanging with y'all or doing with y'all. And if I give y'all COVID, I would say that sucks, but I wasn't trying to give it to you. And according to TikTok, we'll all be dead in 2 years who took the vaccination.
No, it wasn't because of the vaccination. It was because of Popeyes. Come on, get your shit right. Get your facts right.
Chicken sandwich.
What?
Goddamn chicken took us out. But I want to bring attention to the fact that I feel like Riker's setting us by letting us go on these tangents, unless he just lost his connection. What's going on? Are you
I
still
think he
here?
don't want to talk because he's robotic.
I'm in the middle of Podunk, Macon, Georgia. So,
Mike in Georgia.
Oh, you about 45 minutes away from me.
yeah, I'm about 45 minutes away
Damn,
from you.
RE, what strip club you at?
What you say?
I said, what strip club you at?
I'm in Decatur.
I don't know Georgia, sir.
Which strip
All
club
I
are you
know,
in?
Decatur.
Oh, you in
as
Decatur.
just like
Decatur.
You're not in a strip club.
every
You're in
West
the
other,
Vegas.
pinups.
you do know all black people that ain't from Atlanta thinks all parts of Georgia is Atlanta, right?
No. I can explain that for you. So if you stay within, there's Atlanta proper, and then there's Atlanta with inside 285, and then like 5 to 10 miles outside of 285. However, people who are actually from Atlanta can explain that to you because it's just much easier to say they're from Atlanta.
I don't like how you assume that I'm educated by saying Atlanta proper. What if I thought you saying Atlanta as in like it's literally the name of the city, Atlanta proper, and I just come to Atlanta and be like, hey, I'm
Hey,
looking for
you
Atlanta
know,
proper.
zip code is really Atlanta. Like, but like we always say Atlanta because it's easier for you guys to get it. We would say Decatur, Lithonia, Stone Mountain. Some people know those areas, but yeah, they just like, oh, they're just like, oh, that's near Atlanta, ain't it?
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you live in
But
Atlanta or you live on
anybody,
the outskirts? It's Atlanta on the outskirts of Atlanta. That's pretty much.
I'm on the inside of 285, so I'm not in Atlanta proper. None of us are in Atlanta proper. I stayed in Atlanta proper, but the Migos are from Marietta, and if you look at how far Marietta is from Atlanta, you'd be like, y'all ain't from Atlanta. North
You
Atlanta.
ain't from Atlanta. But let's go ahead and move transition. I'll switch gears with you anytime. So Nicki Minaj, who couldn't attend the VMAs. The rumor on the street, and this is just a rumor, is that it's because the Barclays is too close to Chuck E. Cheese. Do we think that's the case? Or is there another reason
Yes.
she's not showing up?
Yes. No, I think that is it. I literally think that's the only reason. I think it ain't just Chuck E. Cheese. I think there's a fucking park there that her husband can't be around, and that's what happened. They could just play guilty to fucking not registering as a sex
Failure to
offender
register.
in
Failure
California.
to register.
Yeah, he literally played guilty. Yes, I think that's the case, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
I knew he was a sex offender. He just didn't register. Pretty much, I think when they move, they got to register wherever they go, right?
Yes, you do. You're a registered sex offender for the rest of your life. There is no
Correct.
fucking healing from that. There is no absolve of that.
Man, it depends on what it is, bro. Because that sex
No,
offender list easy to get on, bro.
no, because the victim of
Bro,
her
if
doing.
you get caught if you get caught having sex in the park, you're a sex offender.
Yes, I know. If you get caught taking a piss
But
around the
that,
park, you're registered. But his case, it ain't that. His case is that nigga actually tried to sex offend.
Not tried. He was successful with them 16 to 14-year-olds when he was
Yeah.
23, 24, 25, something like that.
So
Are you telling me when you were 23, you ain't bang no 16-year-old?
Hell
I
nah,
no,
nigga.
not at all.
No, nigga,
No,
no.
like no. You talking about them niggas
That's the only
that
acceptable
hung around?
answer.
Hold on, but we all knew them niggas that hung around the goddamn high school after they graduated, and you didn't understand what the fuck they was doing until you was on. It was like, oh damn, these niggas out here.
No, I don't think we ever went back to the high school.
No,
I don't
no,
think I
we're
ever
not.
been
We
there.
didn't. We didn't. I'm talking about the
For
niggas
where
when you
we
was in high
graduated,
school.
Matter of fact, I did go to.
they didn't do
One of
that.
my niggas was still in high school 3 years after we all got out.
Like
He
I
was a
remember,
That's because they're
Uber
on the
ultra
short
senior.
bus. They were short bus shorties.
They weren't short, but they were like, I ain't give a fuck. I'm just going to school.
I was still curious as to why the girls were infatuated by the nigga that graduated 2-3 years ago.
Because they're just like old men.
Yeah,
Right.
but then
That's what it is.
they all
He
became a
take me
lyric
to
in
the
a fucking
mall.
Nas song.
He take me to the mall. It's like,
Hey, this nigga worked full time, so he got double the money, triple the
exactly.
money.
He got
That
double the
nigga
money.
sell weed, girl. He make about $1,000 every 3 weeks.
Shit, you tripping, that nigga.
Damn.
That nigga might be paid at $1,000 every 3 weeks.
I'm talking. This is the early 2000s, sir. We ain't talking about current weed prices.
Mhm.
We're talking
That
about
ain't
when
nothing.
everybody had Reggie except for California.
Hey, bro, yeah, we had loud down here. I don't know what the hell you talking about, but we had
No,
loud.
everybody had dank ass weed up
You
until
had
Nah,
that
we
dank
had
ass
we
weed,
had
but we
we
had
had
loud.
loud down here, bro. You
You talking
ain't
about
might have
that?
had
We
nobody.
had
some
that
whatever
loud,
where
bro.
you was, but not here in Atlanta,
Nah,
Georgia.
That
ain't
hydro,
nobody.
boy.
I feel like
That
if you weren't close
the
to Mexico at the time, oh well, y'all have Haitians and shit, but I don't know.
But sir, we are literally the hub for the world. All right, we get everything.
yeah, Mexicans,
Yes,
bro. They was here.
but the best weed at the time in those times were coming from Mexico. The chronic. Everything else was coming from everywhere else.
We had Mexico
Bro, y'all
City
ain't know
sending
about that
flights.
perk.
So y'all was getting powder.
Although generally speaking, you want to be honest, most niggas were smoking that Reggie.
But you had the ability to buy loud if that's what your budget could afford you.
Look, y'all was smoking the pre conditioned version of fentanyl.
Hell nah. Them niggas on that syrup, bro.
Exactly.
That
Sipping on the
codeine.
scissor.
Yeah, what was that at one point in time? People was putting shit in their weed and before they rolled it up and smoked it. What
Duh.
was that? No, it was some
Oh,
liquid
that
stuff.
I don't even know what it's called. I think I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, that went too far above my pay grade. I didn't participate in such things at that time.
I don't believe you, sir. I think you're a
Oh, you
liar.
can believe me, bro. Weed is about my final stop and my last stop. I was not fucking with no weird shit.
Nigga
That was about
said
it.
he wanted Reggie straight plain.
I prefer Reggie over Loud. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said
You
it.
know, get up out this line, man. Get up out this line, bro. Get up out this line. But you know, since you have a bogus opinion, it kind of reminds me this week in the dating and relationships thread on Reddit on Black Fellas. There's somebody who was like, "Can we talk about Kevin Samuels?" And people were just like, "I mean, what
You
what
still talking
what
about
you
him?
want to talk about him for? Like, he's making his money, he got his bag, and then of course one woman comes out there with that angry black woman voice. I can't believe that you would listen to Kevin Samuels trying to Google how to get a woman, trying to connect with somebody by learning how to manipulate a woman as if you're training a dog." Which we're not trying to train women. Women train themselves. Um, wondering why you're lonely, touching only yourself, and it's like first and foremost,
You're lonely.
Kevin.
If somebody's with you, they're lonely.
Exactly. Exactly. It was even worse. Today I was listening to this thing about a podcast that proposed what about a federal mandatory paternity test that was be provided. And this one chick was just like so mad at the concept of it. It's like, so what you're admitting here is you cheat on men and you don't want to be held accountable for your actions. Because there's no reason for you to, like, you kept bringing up, we don't have money for that. It's like, we have money for whatever we want to have money for. Right? There's a reason why.
DNA test to run by a human. What do you mean? Or you can
Exactly.
do a computer to do it.
Well, she was mad by the fact that it's mandated. Then she said we could spend that money on other things. It's like you don't control any of how we spend money. All right? You've never had the ability to tell your government what they spend money on. You can make requests, but you can't tell them what to do. We'll vote them out. No, the fuck you won't. You won't vote any of
You
these
don't
people.
Oh,
vote, bitch.
there would be no man in the world who would vote against a mandatory.
No.
There'd be
No
some women.
man in the world would vote against that, but there's plenty of women, and women
But
are.
Of course they would.
I believe the men will win that one. I believe women, and if they don't, then to me, you can't get any child support until paternity is proven, which typically is the case.
Well, yeah. Well, no. Typically, you have to say, "Look, I don't think that child is mine," and then they order a paternity test. But either way it goes, for this kind of thing, like any woman who, because she kept being, she didn't have an argument. Like she was like, "We don't have the money." It's like that's not an argument for why this is a good thing or a bad thing. Like another one was just like, "Oh, well, that just means you think I'm cheating." It's like, no, it's just a man wanting to be certain of his lineage. The fact that you don't understand
I
that.
told my nigga All Might.
What?
I told my nigga All Might.
All Might. Get a
What? Oh my
paternity.
God.
And there ain't no disrespect to her or anything. This is just this 18 plus years of his life.
Yeah,
I
I,
I
he just wanted
I
I
would tell my
honestly
nigga Riker to get a one. Like it's no disrespect to your woman. Like
You
you just got married.
asking for because it basically like I have no doubt about it or whatever,
Correct. It's
but
not saying you
it's
have any doubts.
no. But what I'm saying is it creates a fucking it's a milestone of distrust that will never die out, and now you are
Whoa, whoa,
compromised. The
whoa.
relationship is complete. The relationship is completely compromised after that. It is
No,
done.
no, 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 it's not. If you say,
It
look,
is. It
we
is.
want to, we don't just do just a straight up blood, just straight up DNA test, do a DNA test, do a blood test, do all that fun stuff. Get everything done so that you'll know everything for this child. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. But no, it's not a milestone of distrust because that's one of the argument that one of the women said. It's like, don't y'all say,
No,
oh,
no,
well,
no.
men are
That's a
out.
woman. That's a woman that knows she was doing wrong. I ain't gonna side with that bitch. What I'm talking about is, I ain't worried about my relationship, and I mean that's confidence, whatever. But also, we were in COVID this whole fucking time. I was in the motherfucking house too. Like,
Well, I hear you. I hear you, but what I'm
I
saying
hear
is
you.
I
Is
would suggest that to anybody.
exactly. We think everyone should get it. It's just a test for everyone.
look,
It's
I'm gonna tell
nothing
y'all
against
right
anyone.
now. I'm gonna say this in the most polite fashion whatsoever. Y'all niggas out of y'all goddamn mind if y'all gonna think I'm gonna fuck up my household like that.
You out your goddamn
Y'all
mind, don't do it.
Exactly.
Yes.
look, Ari, you have been titled as the nigga that just wants to see the world burn. All right, you just want to see the world burn, and I
No,
will
I
not be a part of
want you to
this.
say, bro. If that ever happened to any dog, matter of fact, we know somebody it happened to, and he's still taking care of the kid, whatever. But at least he know.
I get that. I'm just saying, I'm not. It's not something I'm not worried about. Like just because of the circumstances of when the baby was conceived, it's damn near impossible.
What the fuck you did?
Exactly. Exactly. But you know what? We're not getting in the middle of anybody else's
Right.
relationship. We're
What I'm
just
saying
saying,
is
men.
that
Y'all niggas
I
are
would say that to any
cerebral
man. That's what I'm saying.
terrorists.
No, I don't give a fuck, nigga. You cannot do it. Do it. Whatever you say, your baby is your motherfucking baby. I give two shits. That baby come out blood, and I'd be like, yeah, bro, that's your baby.
Hey, if it
That's
come
your
out blonde,
baby.
that's gonna be an
That's your
interesting
baby.
fucking episode. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. That episode's gonna be lit. All right,
I'm like, yeah,
All
bro.
right. Now
Nigga,
Rita's gonna
you
pray
a
for that. Rita's gonna pray for a blonde baby to come out.
I don't care.
y'all
I'm
thought y'all met me. Look, y'all met me at my fucking domesticated stages. If that happened, then I got to revert back to my goddamn Stevie J lineage. Oh, this podcast about to blow the fuck up. We going viral.
funny the baby still end up being yours because she light skinned as hell, so you never know, bro.
Nigga,
Don't be
she's
playing
not
like
light
that.
skinned. She is biracial as fuck. That's what it is.
Same thing.
Biracially blonde. Biracially blonde.
No, I mean like it's more tidbits of non-black in that bloodstream than it is of black.
And
Okay,
they
then
all
you can
about
have
to
a
be
blonde.
blonde.
If there's blind, like I ain't gonna lie, if blind come out, then I'm about to call all y'all niggas with a death note. But
No,
Don't
I'm
call
going,
us. We didn't
I'm
control
going,
none of
no,
this. We didn't control
no,
none
nigga,
of this.
hell no.
I'm going
And if
full
your
on Archer
girlfriend asks if I
rampage.
ever said
Everybody
that,
gotta die. It's everybody
she never
gotta die.
asked if
All
I said that, I'm gonna totally deny it. I never said
right. I'm taking everybody out, nigga. We all going down. We hitting the news, nigga. This podcast is gonna be famous. I don't know if we're gonna be alive to see it, but it's happening.
What do you mean we, white man? You ain't throwing my history. If I if
we.
I if I hear anything about all my talk about we all need to talk, let's meet up. Hell to the no. I'm like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna
Hey
be there.
guys. Hey guys, I'm in Atlanta. What y'all on?
Man, we out.
Exactly. Oh man, you in
Yeah, man.
Atlanta, we in Texas.
Fuck that.
We all just flew into Houston. Drake said it was diamonds, 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 damn.
But
I don't need Reed out here putting this seat in my fucking head, man.
not
But
the
I ain't
seat,
worried.
bro. It's
I ain't
real.
worried. I ain't worried. I ain't
He's
because
just he's just
My
trying to
homie.
have it for everyone's benefit
Correct.
to know what.
no, he's not the first. He's not the first that I've known that said that. I've had a friend of family that did it with his wife. But the thing was also that nigga was religiously cheating on his wife like regularly. Like that's the thing.
What
I
I'm
look at the
saying
type of nigga that say that. I
is
look at
two
the
ways
type of
to
nigga
do it. There's two ways to do it too. You can do it at the hospital, or you can do it after you get out of the
Explain the
hospital.
ways.
I wouldn't recommend you do it in front of her if you think that's gonna ruin your relationship.
Exactly. Exactly. You can always ask in
Um,
the hospital and they'll do it. And then when that line item
so
comes up,
look,
be like, don't even worry about it.
let's say this: it's best for the world that I believe it is. Nah,
When you go get it done in the hospital though, they do it right in front of you,
No,
right?
that's
I
why I
think
said
they.
do it after the hospital.
Yeah, because
I'll do it
I know
after the
two people
hospital.
right now who married.
But the only thing about that situation right there is that you know what I'm saying you gonna sign a birth certificate.
Well, I'm gonna
No,
be.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
once you
know.
sign
yeah,
the birth
And that's the
certificate,
other thing.
that's it.
You're done. You're done.
yeah. So it's like you might
You
as well
got
go
to
ahead and
get
get the shit done right there, right.
what is it? The pre. There's a pre natal fucking test they do.
Yeah, don't go crazy on us because I ain't had nothing to do with it.
All right, you are a fucking super villain in the works. All of this.
Read.
Read man, read
I'm
man.
based on what you said that I'm a 100% agreeing with your decision and your action. However, I'm just the point was not to be you in specifically. It was just in general that I think everybody should get one.
Hey, look, you are
Yes.
compromising my fan
Yes.
base on this podcast. I
No,
don't
no,
appreciate
no.
it. All right,
He is telling your fan base the truth. Get a damn DNA test.
no, you whatever my fan base might be, y'all compromising my
Oh,
toxicity
you're
at
Michael,
compromising
any.
your
Michael
own
gonna get one.
toxicity by not getting a damn DNA test done. That
Look
is what
here,
the
look
Lord and
here,
Savior
look here.
Future
All right, you
said.
know what? I'm gonna clean it up now. I'm gonna clean it up now. All y'all DJ All My fans, I know it's mine. We was in the motherfucking house. We was locked down. But if you and Keisha or Lisa or whatever the fuck y'all was doing out there in New Mexico having threesomes and shit, you need to go ahead and check that shit out. That
Hey,
fucking
bro,
What
blonde
I'm
hair
gonna
baby
say
is
is,
bro.
you need to get it
My
done
niggas, all
regardless.
my niggas was in lockdown and they all found a way.
Exactly, exactly. And then women all found ways to cheat. Because the last three married couples, we was just talking about this in the car. My wife and my mother were going in because we were talking about the other woman who was mad about the parental thing, and we just talked about three different cases where people was like locked down, but somehow found a time to cheat. I'm just saying, women are better cheaters. They can bing, boom, pizzow, meet me under a bridge at midnight, but only on the third Wednesday of a midnight, and a nigga will find a way to get there for some ass.
nigga.
It just
If
is what it is.
look. If ain't shit was a flavor, y'all niggas would be on top of McDonald's goddamn commercials. All right, I'm saying that right now.
I'm trying to say that.
We're
Yes, sir,
trying to
man.
tell the people, DJ, you already resigned yourself to your fate.
Oh, okay. Look, I
Trying to
know.
let it
I feel
know.
targeted. I'm sorry. That's just one of my insecurities. I can't help it. All right.
Let's ask this question to everybody. All right? So everybody, meaning Riker, would you test your baby?
Hell yes.
Get it
Hell
right.
yes.
Riker ain't shit though. That's the difference.
No,
Riker
Riker
is the most moderate that has ever existed.
except for when you in his house.
I don't give a fuck about what happens over at my place.
Look, if I can, I don't even like say. I'm saying it on the podcast. If I can finesse it to where I make it think it's her idea, I might do it. All right, leave me alone.
All you gotta do is hang around it and it'll start looking like you, bro. I saw your movie.
I'm pretty. You ain't shit.
Oh, I'm
All
gonna say
right,
you
now.
start looking.
Isn't isn't that amazing how that just
I'm
happens to
pretty
people,
sure.
man?
Look.
Like you just
I ain't worried. I mean, all jokes aside, I ain't really worried. And all truth
I'm not
aside,
telling you
if
that
I
you
have
should be
no,
worried.
if I have suspicions, obviously I'm gonna do it. Like, but
Uh-uh. I would do it regardless of my.
I mean, my son has blonde hair,
who?
so
Oh, we forgot you was on the podcast.
my
How did
He
you
came
forget?
out of you though. That
He was
don't
oh,
count.
here.
That don't count. He
who's
came
that?
out of you.
Michaela.
You
Who's
ain't a
that was
word.
just talking?
Michaela's here.
my son has blonde hair, and he came out with blonde hair, and I'm black, and his dad is black.
So you
So
fuck Drake.
I don't know.
You never got a DNA test.
So you basically linked up with Drake when he had one of them ATL tours, and you ain't. You didn't. This is your out. This is what's gonna get the podcast to blow up. We got Drake's other baby mom out
Hold
here,
I'm
on,
y'all.
wait, she's talking. I gotta ask her a question.
I'm
The
just
mother who
saying.
is the who has birthed the brother of Adonis is here on the Everyday Black Man,
Hold
letting
on, I
y'all
gotta
know
ask her.
right now.
Do you think it's okay for men to get DNA tests?
Yes, not in DJ All Might's case, but I just think that I don't know, from the woman's perspective, where I would totally be fine with the test. I wouldn't say, like, while I'm pregnant and you come from your podcast and you ask me to take a test, like, no, don't fuck up your household, son.
Right. I was
But
doing it
like,
regardless.
I think that um I think that I'm fine with the law. If it's like a mandate, yeah, sure. Because if God forbid things don't work out, we already know that's yours. You pay for
Mm-hmm.
that, and I
Mm-hmm.
pay for
If
that.
you
And that's
fucking
that.
Brittany Renner, you might as well do it.
Yo,
So
And you heard it here first, America. The mandate for paternity tests is woman approved.
Yeah, but what the fuck were they at when they fucking approved this goddamn 6-week thing for abortion?
Whoa, 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 whoa,
oh, I'm
whoa,
oh,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
whoa.
whoa.
You're not against that, so you might want to stop.
Exactly. We're okay with the Texas abortion ban. Not because we think women shouldn't have a right to choose, but because we think if all the women leave Texas, maybe they'll get the memo.
They ain't
No,
Just
no,
leaving
saying,
no.
Texas, dog.
Houston,
Okay,
we are
no, listen.
accepting all
Okay,
survivors of the abortion ban.
They ain't leaving Texas. This is Atlanta Junior, dog. Where
let's have a real
it's
Well,
tax
then
discussion.
they've
free to get
resigned themselves to their fate, and they deserve whatever they get.
all them
Okay,
tips that they getting is tax free. They ain't leaving.
shouldn't it be 10 to 12 weeks somewhere in there? Shouldn't that be double?
Yeah, it should be double.
But
Okay, that's my argument. I was like, 6 weeks is too early because that's basically missing one period. I miss periods sometimes. Yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
not a woman, but I'm like, yo, you can miss one period and not be pregnant, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I
yeah,
think you can miss up to
I've
three
That I don't.
and it not be
now
anything different.
I've
That's why
been
I
with
said
women
12.
that has gone months without periods, and I mean without any type of finessing or what is it
I
anything messing
love
with their system.
I love how the media act like these women are getting abortions out of incest and rape only. They're getting them out of I don't want to get take care of this fucking baby because America's only family planning or family support is a couple checks once a year and that's it. That's it. We need better family planning and maybe if people have more children or maybe they can afford to have more children.
We don't
Because
need more children, nigga. The world's overpopulated. Everybody need to
Fuck the
fly.
no, we
world
talking
being
about
overpopulated,
America.
nigga. If we have to fight a war, we need as many kids now to stave
We don't
off.
need to fight. We don't need it. No,
Yes,
y'all
bro.
welfare, y'all low income asses
Everybody
need
in
to
this
chill out.
room need at least 3 kids, bro. Bro, we
No,
fighting
us.
against
We
China,
don't
bro.
count. No, we don't count. We're above that fucking that break point where you should or shouldn't fucking procreate. I'm talking about the motherfuckers out there procreating off of fucking a night of henny and fucking weed at strokers.
Bro, that then they need to be more responsible so they don't get pregnant. So
So
I
shit,
don't like
I agree.
yeah. You
Mike
you gotta pay the
Judge,
choice for your decisions. Like that's the problem with the whole like abortion thing. Most people get abortions out of oh man, I was fucking around with the wrong nigga and got
dude,
pregnant. Like bitch,
Mike
stop fucking the wrong nigga.
Mike Judge deserves a fucking Nobel Peace Prize for fucking writing goddamn idiocracy, man. Because I mean, everything you said is true. We didn't think that should have come true, and next thing you know, we're literally living in the motherfucking movie that he wrote years ago, where idiots are out here procreating like crazy, electing the most dumb fucking political officials, and all they care about is fucking Gatorade and football or sports.
Bro,
They need those
those are just the
electrolytes,
niggas who
bro.
I know. Everybody I know
Electrolytes.
who's smart don't have as many kids as the people I know who. Well, matter of fact, one of my homies smart. He got a lot of kids, but
Yeah, but he probably intended on doing that. I mean, but it's not always the case like that. Like, but like, all right, everybody that I talk to that I manage at work, all the ones, the ratchets, and I don't know, it's a certain caliber of fucking person. I ain't gonna say blacks because I've heard it from whites too, and browns. When they're like, "Oh, this your first kid? How old are you?" Man, good for you. Like they're congratulating me on having my first fucking kid at 36, or he'll be 30. I'll be 37 when he's born. I'm like, nigga, that wasn't by accident, but why the fuck y'all congratulate me on making a fucking wise decision to have a
Nigga.
kid when I'm fucking financially stable?
God damn, how
because
dare you do
let's
things the
hold
right
on,
way?
wait. He didn't do it the right way because you're acting like you're playing this kid. So let's stop there.
No, we did. No, this kid, no, this child was like that was on purpose, dog. This was no
I didn't
accident.
know because I just remember you said you was pregnant.
Yeah, I know that, nigga. I ain't give you the fucking whole story of lust. Like, nigga, you
Exactly,
want
nigga.
midnight
You don't
love?
need you don't need to know about how they were
Okay,
planning and
okay. Then hold on. I still
legs
got something
up,
Want
to
me to
say.
legs
do a
down.
mixtape for it, nigga? What's up? Like, with this?
Hello. Then I still got something to say. What I'm saying is like they didn't have children based out of when they were ready. They just had children because they were
Yeah.
fucking someone continuously and not pulling out.
No, no. Don't need to say it like that. They had children because it feels better without a condom.
It is
Like,
though.
True.
it is.
True
I
on both
agree.
fronts.
But I'm saying we all know if you don't have quick reflexes or if you just a fucking dumb nigga, then something's gonna happen after that.
I meant to have my child
Yeah, but you one of the few. But you also take care of your child and you making sure your child don't
early
grow up to be a fucking uh
flamingo.
product of their environment.
Man, we're okay. Nigga, she all right. We'll be all right. She's just emo and moody. We'll see what happens. She's just a teenager
Look,
now.
man, look.
Anyway.
Exactly.
You're in the awkward stage, but you're gonna be better. But anyway, any final thoughts, subjects, or anything else before we close it out for today?
Oh, bro,
No.
I got a relationship topic for y'all. But
Go ahead.
I'll
Oh,
save it.
let's do it.
Want to do it? Okay, so there was this guy, right? I got this off Reddit. He was married to this lady. The lady, she's been visiting a psychiatrist for weeks. The psychiatrist brings him in the room, and she says, "Oh, well." She meets him. She said, "Well, this is going to be harder than I think it was." So they both go in the room. They talking to the psychiatrist. Psychiatrist lady eventually says to him, she says, "I know what you think of conventional marriage and all this, but your wife told me that she would like the opportunity to sleep with other people, an open marriage opportunity. However, she would only like the marriage to be open on one side." How would you react?
Hell no,
Sounds like a
divorce that
divorce
chick.
to me.
Divorce,
Yeah.
divorce.
Sounds like a
What?
divorce to me.
That can't be real.
Nah.
Hey,
I can.
hey, it's our relationships. You never know.
Yeah, a lot more of them are real than are fake.
Correct. So basically, I'll tell you how the story ended up, and I wanted to know how everybody else thought, and y'all pretty much all said the same thing. So he divorced the chick, and she was just basically telling him that the psychiatrist put that in her head because she would always rant about how her husband had way more sexual partners than her, and she was jealous of that fact. So the psychiatrist was like, "Well, get him to have an open relationship on one side," and I was just like, "What man would really agree to that?" Like I was just like, what man would be like, "Oh yeah, we can have open marriage on one side"? And the dude was like, "Yeah, we can have open marriage. Period. We're breaking up. I'm divorcing you." And he told the psychiatrist, he's like, "Were you certified?" And he reported her.
Exactly. That's how he should have done it because she did put that into that woman's brain. But at the same time, remember the old cuckold guy, the guy who was letting his girlfriend screw other guys in the bedroom? That's the kind of person that she was hoping for. But the problem is that guy only had sex with a few people because he a simp. So she was hoping that she was going to turn a nigga who was a regular man into a simp. And it don't work like that. I'm sorry. We don't play
I
them
think the
games.
psychiatrist had she had her own agenda about women and freedom. I don't know why women tie their freedom to sex. I just don't get it. Like you can do what you want to do. You just don't want the consequences for when you do that. Because men care about your past, and that's just the truth of it. I don't know if they should or it should be better,
No,
but men
they
care
should.
about your past.
They should. That's
I
biblical.
mean, they should. I mean, biblical, yeah, but we're talking about from a logical standpoint. Who the hell want Becky that don't slept with 80 niggas? Like, I mean, she might be a fun relay. And if you like Becky that slept with 80 niggas, I have no problem with that because you have no problem with that.
Exactly,
Like, that's
exactly. But
fine.
you want to know, and that's the other problem is women want to obfuscate how many
I
sexual
think if I
partners they have.
do, y'all want to know?
Yeah.
Do y'all
I
want
want to
to?
know. I want to know how many people you slept with. I think that's a reasonable thing. I mean,
No.
if you want to know how many
No.
people I
No.
slept with, then that's fine too.
No. No.
I don't want to know
Not at
either.
all. No.
Okay, man. If you guys want to date porn
I don't
stars,
want to
you're
know
going
either.
right ahead. But I'm sorry, I'm not sleeping. I'm
Yes.
not sleeping
Yes.
with a
I don't
woman
need to
who's
find
had
out.
300 niggas that she slept with. It's not going to be how it's going down.
I don't think 300. That number sounds the same to me, so I don't want to know.
Yeah. Like I literally, it's just the same as like if you cheated, just keep that shit to yourself. If you got to
What
live
do you
with it.
think, Michaela? Do you want to know?
Do I want to know if my
No, no. How
partner
No,
many
no, no.
cheated
How
sexual
on
many
me?
people you
partners?
slept with?
No, no, no.
Oh, no, no, I don't
That's
want
the
to
worst
know.
conversation to have. Like that
It's
shit ain't
not. It's
never
not a
gonna
bad
end well.
conversation if you have it at the beginning.
I
You just
no,
Yeah, you
no.
ask around date six.
no. You ask around date two. Like I'm sorry, I want to know ahead of time. Like
No,
I'm
I
not
just think
doing
you're
this.
an expeditionist. You are an expeditionist. You just need. There's something about it. It's the kinks to it and the mental. It's a mental stimulant to where you get off on it.
No, sir.
I don't
If
think.
I want to go to 1679 or 73, I could get in there. But what I'm saying is I want to know just so that I can right size the relationship. Like when I finally married someone, we were able to have that conversation about what I wanted, what she wanted, and that this wasn't like relationship number 17 for her. Like she kept her account minimal, but that was because she came for it from a higher calling perspective. And I mean, if I'm going to settle down and marry someone, I tend to want to look at somebody from that perspective. If you don't want to know, that's fine. And I mean, if she slept with 1,700 guys, I mean that's between her and whatever deity or deities that she worships. But I think for me and for my house, I want to know. I want to know so I can make a reasonable decision. The same way that I'm willing to provide STI tests and all that fun stuff
All right.
before getting into it.
So
But what if it completely demolishes your relationship?
Well, he did it
We
early.
did. I asked at the beginning, so there's no relationship yet. And plus, I'm not going to fixate on that one thing. Like,
Okay,
go ahead.
So is it a deal breaker for you? And what's the number that's a deal breaker for you if it's not?
I think anything 100 and over, you kind of got to reevaluate whether this is serious or not. And
I think that's I think anything over your age as a woman, I'm just looking at you sideways, man. I just
but I think you're right. I think you're right. There's some things where it's just like you shouldn't have 37 partners at 37. Like that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. And I think that's one of those things where it's just like if you're looking to settle down. I think before you're looking to settle down, it don't matter. Like you don't ask the question, but once you're looking to settle down, you want an idealized, experience. But
I feel like it's a matrix conundrum to me where ignorance is bliss, especially if I will never find out. If I will never run into any of those dudes, I will never run into anybody in that circle that
but you're
knows.
never going to be
And
certain to never run into any of those guys. And one of the things is,
no, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. That's why I say if. Like, if I am never to run into any of those folks, like that's not what I'm thinking. I'm saying like if that's what it is, like if that's what life ends up being, because that's basically like if your wife cheated and you never knew, you're never upset about it because you never found out about it. It's the same thing.
I mean,
Sure.
I hear you on that. I hear you on that. But you can never be certain to not run into somebody. And there's nothing more than I've seen a guy who found out that his girl slept with a celebrity because the celebrity was like, "Oh, you," and he was defeated because there's literally nothing you can do after that point.
I mean, you can cheat on her for the rest of your life.
Look, we're not talking
Yeah,
about the
but I mean,
libertarian formerly known as black answer.
Wait. I got a question about that. Did he find out that she slept with a celebrity while they were together, or
While they
before
were
they got together?
together, because the celebrity ran into her and was like, "Oh, hey," and he was like, "How do you know this person?" "Oh, well, we slept together." It's like you can't just throw a little bit of water on that raging fire and just think that that's
that
going
wouldn't
to
throw.
take really.
But I feel like that's a up on my side because you still with me and you don't fuck that nigga. Like I don't care. There's a nigga that got
I mean, however
30
you
inches of
rationalize it
pipe
is on you.
down the street that she probably fucked that ain't a celebrity. Like it don't matter. Like so what?
I'll do leftovers with G, but it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't.
You say you don't do leftovers.
That is funny.
I'm just saying. There's two kinds of leftovers. Reed. There's leftovers that you got from the store and you know about it. There's leftovers that somebody else got that they gave to somebody else. They recycled to somebody else. They recycled somebody else. They recycled somebody else, and so on and so forth. But thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to another episode of Everyday Black Man Podcast for authentic Black Male thoughts. I was Riker. He was Reed. He was Armstead, and he was DJ Almighty. Our special guest was Michaela, and we really want y'all to listen to us on Twitter at EVYD Black Men, Instagram at Everyday Black Men, Everyday Black Men at the Facebook page, and our website is www.everydayblackmen.com. Please subscribe to our Patreon. It is EBMP. We have tons of episodes, of special guest experiences, and all kinds of crazy stuff that you're only going to hear there. In fact, this might be one of those things. I don't know yet because I haven't chopped it up yet because I'm in the middle of making Georgia. But in any case, anybody got any final things they want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Nah.
All right.
DNA test on.
Get a DNA test. Oh, that's what we're going out with. This episode is going to be called the DNA test episode because it's a reminder that you need to get a DNA test. Peace.